Hi guys, Danny here. Today's date is the 5th of 7th, 2013, and I've had a relapse yesterday. I had to get out, I had to go for a walk for about half an hour, and I was thinking about my fears. My fears before my mum died was I was afraid of spiders, which I couldn't overcome. I was afraid of heights, which I could overcome in exceptional circumstances. Um, I was My mum, I always said to my mum, I believe in something, just not everything, and she approved of it. She was a devout Catholic. She believed in God and heaven and Jesus and all that. The way my mind works is fairly complicated, and yes, I'm well aware of this gigantic spot here. It's caused by stress. It is very painful. I have popped it. It hurts. Um, as scientists, we look to, widen our gaze into the natural world, especially into death. Now, when people die, they say they see a big white light. Religious people say this is you going on to the other side. Scientists say this is too much CO2 in the brain. And unfortunately, I believe in that. I don't believe in the whole other side yet. And it hurts. The one thing I do believe is that what drives humanity, what drives every living creature, is some sort of energy. And energy cannot be destroyed, only remade into something else. Now, as we know that most energies we couldn't detect. Humans cannot detect these energies, and only with very specific equipment, like, I don't know, a atom smasher, like the one at CERN, we've all detected massive new particles and new energies, which we couldn't do before, which postulates that my theory is correct. We have this energy in us. Now, many people call this energy the soul. I think of it as a sort of next step to our existence. And when we die, this energy moves. It goes somewhere. It contains everything that we are, our entire being. But we don't know that. When we die, it is the end of consciousness. But I believe that we go into something else, something maybe higher. It sounds crazy, but crazy things have happened. Now, I'm planning to live to the ripe old age of 170. You're probably thinking, that is ridiculous. You'll never live that long. Okay. Michio Kaku. He does a lot of futuristic stuff. I'm not picking my nose and rubbing it because I was crying before. Michio Kaku postulates what the future will be like. He says that 30 years ago, mobile phones, when they first came out, they were gigantic. They were like this. Okay? Bigger than my head. And they cost thousands and thousands of dollars. Now, they don't cost that much at all to produce or to buy. $5 at the most. To get your genome read now, it costs $30,000. He postulates that in just 15 years, that price will drop to just $100. Another 15 years after that, it'll be mandatory for all humans to have their genome read for free. By the time I reach the age of 80, I'm 22 by the way, so it's 68 years from now, medical technology will have evolved to such a point that the human being will be able to stay alive until they're 105. So by the time I'm 80, I could live to 105. By the time I reach 105, it will have doubled again. It will have gone up to about 115, and so on and so forth, which means I could stay alive for an indefinite amount of time. By the time I reach 170, I could keep going. I could live until I was 300 years old. But by that time, unfortunately, I will face a very terrible truth. Unless they decide otherwise, my children, my firstborns, will die. By the time I reach that age, they will be dead and buried. And my grandchildren will be old. They will become grandparents all their own. Once I reach 170, I don't care what happens to me, okay? Because I know it sounds stupid, but I want to see where humanity goes. I want to see what technology is like. Do we have another world war? Do we all exist in peace? Unlikely. Human beings are social creatures, so do our towns, our cities, do they evolve? I'm looking forward to it if they do. I love Michio Kaku's theory on that in the future. Our toilets will be intelligent. Our doctors will be completely virtual. That we will be better, faster, stronger, in the future. It's a wonderful notion, and that is what keeps me going. I have relapses, yes, but I always think to the future, not to the past. So that's it. That is everything. That's all I wanted to get off my chest. Thank you guys for listening. This is Danny S. signing off.